Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here in just a minute, but first go ahead and hit subscribe. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordan. I will be your tarot reader today. I am Hangman Tarot. I just ate a fruit roll up, and now I'm choking on it. So sorry. I shouldn't be doing that, but that's what happens when you eat right before you go live. Okay, I do have a few announcements at the end of this reading, so stay tuned for those. Other than that, I'm going to get into this reading. We have our tarot reading BTS update with, I'm going to pronounce this the right way. Ready? JUNGKOok. Yeah? Uh-huh. That's right. That's right. I might have said it right. I think I may have. We are going to get started. He was born September 1st, 1997. He is South Korean. He's a singer, songwriter, Virgo, Leo, and a Libra Venus sign. And his birth path is a 9. So we're going to get in all of the stuff. I'm not going to go over him too much, only because you all know who he is, especially if you're here. All right. Let me get into this reading. I'm going to get into his current energy first, and then we will find our way into his creative business, just kind of overall health, but everything will be around now. Hopefully that will come up. And anything love, that's right. Anything love that comes up, we'll be talking about it. Y'all are like, get to the point. Here we go. Okay. I know that this is going to be crazy, but I think in the last reading, the fire sign was a thing for people. Like a fire sign kept coming up in the reading. This literally just came up in the reading. We got fire opal. So we do have some fire stuff popping up. Just currently something or somebody, maybe it's him, maybe it's something going on around him, something bringing up some sensual stuff, sensual side of him, all of that. Some sort of passion, maybe just energy, just in general, but there's a confidence that comes with it, and there's a confidence currently in that space. There's also a lack of mystery in his life, or just kind of like a lack of thinking that intuition is a thing, or being an empath, or maybe lack of like believing in things or having, a hope on those things, however that unfolds, but that is currently in the energy, as well as lastly, just some boundaries or somebody's taking caution. And these are really positive. So it is upright. So it is a really good thing. So he might be working on those types of things. He could even be, brushing up on his skills, or maybe he's, getting better at dealing with them himself. Who knows? All right, let's find out what's going on as far as business and creative. So let's find out all that we can as he, maneuvers his way with this band, and they are all singing and dancing and making tons of people happy around the world. Let's find out what's going on the flip side of things, okay? Because it's not always rainbows. It's not always, gummy bears and rose petals. I mean, shit gets real, especially for people who don't address, their own personality much, because, they're so busy, making everyone else smile. So this one does have a fragile sense of self-esteem. So we need to be very, very happy that there is confidence in the energy as of right now. Okay, so he is trying to make some sort of a decision. He's at a place of indecision, which doesn't surprise me, especially with, the boundaries or, the lines being drawn in the sand when it comes to his current energy. So again, that smiling to avoid any conflict is a huge issue when he makes a decision. So this is just, deciding not to make a choice or decision at this time. It's either really constructive or it's just procrastinating, kind of pushing off the inevitable anyway, however that unfolds also. But I feel like the decision will bring growth within his work or whatever it is that he's doing for his business. And I feel like, it's going to be something creative. So whatever the choice comes out as, it's going to be adding to the creative stuff. It's going to add to that balance. And just really, the concern, I think, fully is the to be himself. He wants to be accepted, for all of the things that he's doing without, a comparison to the truest or the highest winner, or, the best looking one on the team or whatever. He wants it. He doesn't want to be compared to everybody else that's on the team, y'all. But this again, I mean, kind of having that energy of, comparison or competition, or like, they're feeding off the same energy and it kind of becomes a contest. That kind of is the energy that he's probably feeding off of, most likely. But let's find out what's going on here. Okay, so that's not being addressed. So this decision's not being addressed. Something again is with the Fool card. The indecision is making it so that he's not able to make this choice, which will bring in growth, hopefully, especially when it comes to his job. But there is something keeping him kind of trapped, or, backing him up or blocking him, kind of chaining him and making him feel like he can't go forward. Does that make sense? And I feel like, because if he did, it would definitely be a leap. It would be a new beginning. It would be welcomed. And I feel like it would be like a very positive, warm, yellow-orange energy. I feel like this is definitely something that needs to be, taken care of, for sure. Like sometimes, again, making a choice sometimes is constructive, but I mean, at this point, it's just becoming like kind of a hassle. For sure. I don't know if all y'all know, but this man is attracted to earth signs. Could even be a Capricorn in specific that he's attracted to. It's just in his birth chart, and I thought it was interesting. And then that popped up. I thought that was interesting too. Earth. But in specific, it is more of a Capricorn. So, like the outcome. Okay. He's going to guide himself. He's fine with going against the grain. He's fine with that. But he'll go with the grain on this. He will get into a place where he'll have to make that whatever decision this is. The fire sign keeps popping up. I am telling you. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, because it's definitely going to put him in a place of being inspired, spiritually, maybe connecting, hopefully. But whatever this is, I feel like he's definitely going to be seeking a lot more action by the ending of this, because I feel like this is definitely inspiration. This is definitely passion energy. So whatever it is that he is most passionate about is definitely going to put him in the lead on this. Okay. So I think anything spiritual, anything personal energy wise attached to, getting into the soul or going a little deeper, I don't think it would be a bad thing for him, because he does carry lots of burdens, a lot of burdens that are not his. Okay. But he tries to be very business about it. He tries to get to the nitty gritty of it. He's definitely trying to be kind of, I don't even know. I just feel like it's very clear on where he'll head. Okay. Lots of potential upcoming, lots of opportunity upcoming. And that's, again, if he makes these choices and decisions, which are really difficult, especially if there's a lot of people involved in the situation. All right. Well, let's find out health-wise. Where are we? With, I got to say his name again. JUNGKOOK. Did I say it right? Did I say it right? I'm trying here. We're trying together. We're trying to get it together over here. All right, health-wise, where are we at? All right, so mind-wise, very independent. I feel like he doesn't want to change who he is specifically, especially his mind, or, like the kind of enjoyment that he gets just from his everyday life. I don't think that he would probably, talk himself out of any of that shit. But I do feel like he's definitely kind of a leader in that way. So I think mentally or clarity wise, within the mind, health wise, he's definitely doing better. Good. And he's enjoying life right now. Okay, so he is not much on the risk taking, again, because there's a mistrust. Okay, so he's very like already kind of has that deep, self-esteem kind of stuff. I do feel like there's an insecurity when anything kind of comes up and make him look vulnerable or weak, or anything that he would think is weak. I do feel like when those things come up, it's again, he's mistrusting mistrustful in general. So to take a risk would be like letting go of being rigid or, giving up really. So he's, he's not interested in doing that. And that's just not something he's, finally ready to be in a place where he's doing that. So spiritually, I just think fiery, inspiring, passion. Again, these are kind of a part of those decisions we're talking about. But for the health, I think spiritually, he doesn't want to look stupid because that makes him feel insecure. Okay. And that's a weakness. That looks like a weakness to him. And he doesn't want no long-term damage from it. He doesn't want no long-term cray or, impulse, anything here. He doesn't want anything to be meaningless. Of course. So he wants to be sure before he does it. Okay. I do feel like he's very clear in his truth, and he is very much the center of attention. I don't know if he is as far as like BTS goes. But I do know that he's got a lot of energy here. He's got a lot of vitality. He's got a lot of warmth. He's very, very healthy, nurtured. I don't think there's much going on as far as his health stuff. So let's get into what you came here for. What did you come here for? You know what you came here for. You came to find out where he is on love. And honestly, he's pretty private. So we'll see. More. Here we go. Seven of Wands does an upright position. Chariot up. Four Cups up. Three of Cups. Okay. I know, you all are going to kill me, but there's a fire sign here. There was an earth sign here. Okay, so whoever this fire sign is could actually even be older or around the same age as him. But I feel like this is something that he wants to make time to focus on. And I feel like whatever that means is because he honestly thinks that this is going to come out with some sort of benefit or reward. So he's going to reap what he sows here. But he's going to try and learn how to be in a trusting situation, tangible, realistic, something reliable, something that he can really grasp, something, anything really. But this person is physically very good looking. This person is their sexual attraction is very much a vibe. So this is fire sign or earth sign. Again, I kind of was expressing that he does enjoy an earth sign. So those are one of his biggest matches actually. So yeah. So, and because this fire sign actually takes a little bit more lead in the relationship, whether or not this is love, I'm not quite sure yet. But I do know that this is something that he is willing to trust. Okay. He's willing to allow it to kind of like become something, a blessing or abundance or a lot of something, however that, gets there. But I think in the past, he definitely has had a lot of things fail as far as like relationships or love ships. So this is something, as far as why he probably takes his time and he doesn't like to like shove himself into, encounters too eagerly. Yeah. And kind of around the whole like situation of like failed endeavor, failed relationship, failed situationship. I think it was pretty intense for him, whatever it was. It could have been a water sign. Could have been another fire sign. Let's put these fire signs here. So it put him in a place where he was taking a step back. He was, because there was some lie or deception that was kind of lingering around that. And again, this was probably in the past, just quite a bit. But he was just like, is this it? Is this what it is? Is this where I am? Is this what I'm doing? Is this necessary? Do I have to keep putting myself into this situation? For sure. Yeah. So just, I think the reasoning for the actual fallout with this past person is defiance or, according to, one or the other, because there was a lie or something deceiving here. I feel like there definitely was some sort of a step back. I mean, this guy looks crazy. It's crazy. He's like, arr. But it felt like defiance. I mean, and anything that he could gain advantage of and not feel that weakness, if you will, of course he's going to. He's going to be like, the moment I feel like a stupid or a silly, I'm out of the door. I'm out of the door. I'm out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to stay here for it. And it is his own victory. It's definitely, you know, a self-love tactic he uses. So anything to shift what he was, you know, kind of thinking in these relationships, either the one in the past or the one right now or beginning or upcoming or forever, he will always want to make sure that he's overcommitted to himself. That's right. I know. That's great. I think it's amazing. Yeah. Because when he does take a look at, when he looks back on this past situation, it definitely brings him, you know, a feeling of winning or victory or like, I won basically, because I didn't feel like a weak little tiny runt of the pack. You know, I won. How about that? How about that? What is the likely intention of this King of Wands? Whew. I don't like this person. Why is this person here? Huh? Okay, so likely intention, that Three of Swords upright, Justice in reverse, is that, yeah, like lack of freaking truth. Okay, somebody not accepting the full amount of facts or truth, information, lack of accountability, but there's definitely going to be some sort of a heartbreak. Okay, and the betrayal or the grief here is really going to catch one or the other person off guard. But I'm assuming that this King of Wands or this earth sign is definitely going to bring, you know, kind of a story and then all of a sudden make it a love story that has gone wrong. Okay, so it's going to catch him off guard, though. It's going to catch Jean off guard. And it's, again, this blaming situation. It's going to feel very unfair to the both of them, or just him in general, but because it's about him. So I just feel like we need to stay on that side. I feel like the truth, though, is not going to reside. It's not going to live with him ever. Okay. What is surrounding this situation? Okay. So there's lots of work, and Jean works a lot, okay? And there's always constantly recycling, renewal, like it's constantly beginning, it's constantly ending again. I feel like there's always something to finish when he is working or dealing with his job. So of course, the things that make his world go round is motherfucking his job. Like what? Like he's at peace moving around. He's at peace traveling. He's at peace walking around, swinging his arms back and forth on that stage as he sings and dances or whatever. Like that's his jam. Like those are things that have always been hidden underneath. And this band, this family he has now is something that has really revealed what it is or who he is. He's like, I'll show you. This is who I am. Well, this becomes an issue for this other person, this pentacle or this fire sign, okay? And I feel like these are going to be hidden feelings. It's so weird. Like, what? That is so weird. Okay, so this person thinks that they have a lot of potential, but I feel like there's just like a pushiness here. And he's going to try and just like, you know, get these feelings out. I feel like he fears how Jean may or may not feel. Okay, so that's kind of where that is, he or she. And I tend to say he for some reason, even if it's a girl. Yeah. And I think he just thinks he's playing. But he's not playing. He's like literally working. Balls to the wall, working. I just like wonder what that sounds like in a different language when people have to listen to this in Spanish. Balls to the wall. Does that make sense to you guys? Likely outcome of this scenario. I think we know, people. Yeah, King of Cups up. Ace of Cups. We got Strength in reverse. Okay. So somebody is trying to control the situation. Somebody's trying to control how he's feeling. Okay. And over on his end of things, he's just really not putting an act up. He's not. He's like sitting here trying to be very mature. He's trying to meet in the middle. He's trying to be emotional. He's trying to connect. He's definitely trying to be mature. And he thinks, you know, like he's doing a good job. Like that's where he thinks he is. He's thinking loving, you know, emotional connection. But on this other side of things, I think that this person lacks self-control and lacks control in the relationship, and that bothers them mostly. Okay. So likely outcome, not a great time for them to be dating. I don't think. I wish it were, but it's not. The courage to just allow this to be what it is just like they're trying to narrate it. That's just not where it's at. Okay. Bottom line, emotional I almost said something really bad. Because of this controlling and just not feeling certain things, or, you know, ignoring how you feel, these are all emotional. I'm not going to say it. Okay, these are all emotional blocks. Okay, they both have an emotional block up because one guy over here doesn't want to be vulnerable. The other person over here doesn't want to be vulnerable to lack of control. So it's a hot mess. So whatever this is, there's an emotional block and it's not helping. And that's from added, whatever childhood bullshit that they are taking into this. So this is just not working, whatever this is. Okay. The ignorance of feeling your emotions and, you know, eradicating them to the other person or expressing, these aren't here. Not enough courage here between the both of them. The new start, it's going to end very quickly, and it's going to feel very uncaring. It's going to feel very intense. These are all things that are going to feel a little carried away. Like, oh my God, y'all being a drama queen. Oh my God. I mean, you're out of control. Like, but those are actually just real valid feelings. And I think sometimes people are like not able to even meet at the bare minimum of emotional convos or like dealing with those emotions in general. So anyway, I've gone on long enough, people. You got to get out of here, and I got more readings to do. Look at this hair. How did I get through that? My hair's all right, people. I'm getting out of here. I got a lot to do. Please go ahead and hit subscribe. Go ahead and click the bell if you would, please, and thank you. This is going to make it so you don't miss a thing here, especially your Ghosted Tarot, which I'll be getting out starting today, shortly today. And then on the 15th, general and love readings, of course, will come out for your upcoming general predictions for next month, and daily celebrity readings, of course. So I try to get those out as much as possible. I have some exciting news. This news is involving another person and a ghost, but it may not be the ghost that you're thinking. So you'll have to stay tuned continually to find out. And the big shebang, or the big like finale, is going to be on Halloween. So other than that, I'm not telling y'all. It's going to be amazing though. So remember to go check out Hangman Tarot member button on YouTube. This is for your incentives, any perks, anything that is VIP Hangman Tarot style. That's the button you're gonna go check it out. And if you're interested, purchase. All right. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day, y'all. Bye.